because of the registry, it sent me over the edge, and I wouldn't
See, I
go.
feel like there should be like divorce showers, because if you're losing half of your stuff, you should be able to recoup that through your friends.
That's very true.
I mean, that to me would make more sense than having a second wedding shower.
Yeah.
So number two.
Number two.
How'd you feel about number one?
It was okay.
So, like 2 days later, you call me and go, so when are we going to do the next one? Like, I feel like you got more excited now.
More excited, and like I know, like when I listen to podcasts, I look forward to like the next one. So like I don't like to go a long time without hearing one. So
I put out, let's do every 2 weeks. We can try every week. Let's shoot for it and see what we do. I mean, we had quite a few people actually listen, so which I think surprised both of us.
Absolutely, it's really weird.
So, do you want to start with yours or you want to start with mine?
Start with yours. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't know what yours is.
All right. So I texted you earlier, and my text.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't remember what it was.
So my text message said, "God, it's so good. I've been down a lot of internet rabbit holes today. Toaster dial. I'll explain later. Mm-hmm. All right. So I think you've got a couple of topics that are similar to this. People on the internet are liars. All of them.
I don't know about all of them, but
I can't trust anybody anymore. So I see a TikTok today that says your toaster dial, the numbers on the toaster dial equals the minutes.
That's what I always
and not the brownness of your toast.
I always thought it was minutes.
I always assumed it was brownness of the toast.
How can you have brownness on a scale? What do you mean? Like,
well, not all toasters have numbers.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'll entertain this for a minute. Let's Google search it. Start Google searching. One post says it's definitely the minutes. The next post, it's definitely the brownness. I don't know what's real anymore.
Well, do you have a toaster? You can try it. I do.
Oh, God, that's way too much effort.
I think it's the minutes.
Are you sure?
I mean, no, I'm not sure. I've never tested it, but I've always thought it was the minutes. But would it be the same? Like, is 1 minute light, 2 minute, like, medium light?
I don't know, is there like an exponential development of brownness? Like,
right. Like
at minute 2, it gets exponentially more brown than at minute 1?
Well, if it's a brownness scale, it still can be numbered. So if you like your toast, like, almost burnt. Well, no, but you can't do, like, 8 minutes, because then it's going to catch on fire.
That's what I'm saying, but I want, like, a level 8 brownness.
I don't know.
Like, what is the brownness scale? I feel like the brownness scale could apply to a lot of things, but where do we start and stop? Or do we grade brownness on a scale of like A through F?
Or I don't know.
I feel like we came in real hot with toast.
Yeah. I like a light toast. So when I do toast, I literally put it to 1.
How many times do you run it at 1 though?
Just once. I just want it like just barely.
See, I don't trust toasters, so I'll set it to 1 and then do it like 3 or 4 times until I get the one that I want. And I feel like toast is like avocados. Like,
your window is small.
You have a very small window of the perfect brownness.
Yeah.
Like you're under, eat me now, bam.
Yeah, disgusting.
It's burnt.
Metal, yeah. I don't know. I guess so.
So, while I was on this escapade on the internet, don't ask me how this came up, but somehow Thomas the Tank Engine is a Nazi, or is about Nazis, came up. So you said something earlier about diesels. Apparently the diesels were the actual Nazis, and
yeah. So, I don't like. Can I talk about movies, or can I not talk about movies?
Yeah, why can't we talk about movies?
Okay, so the movie Bullet Train, great movie. Definitely need to watch it. It's a really good movie. I know your attention span doesn't really do movies, but you should watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's weird. I can watch a 2.5 hour. I watched a 5-hour podcast the other day, but I cannot watch a 2-hour movie.
You need to watch the movie. It's very good. But anyways, there's
which streaming service is it on?
I think we watched it on Netflix or Prime. I don't know which one. We have all of them, so I don't know. I don't know. I think it was Netflix, but it's really good. It has Brad Pitt and some other people that are famous. Anyways, there's a character in there, and he's obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine, and he and his little partner, they're all villains. They're all like assassins. So his thing is he always categorizes each person by a character in Thomas the Tank Engine. So the girl who was like really, really bad on the train, he was like, she's a diesel, like total jerk, total piece of crap. Like that's a diesel. And then I don't know all the characters because it was like Thomas, Diesel. There's
Henry.
There's one that's like an older, like a wiser, kind of like a grandpa type. He did that too, and he had these little stickers, these little Thomas. We always called it Thomas the Train, but he called it Thomas the Tank Engine.
So I found this out too. Originally, it was Thomas the Tank Engine. It became Thomas and Friends.
And it was originally British, right?
Yeah. So that's where my research has taken me today.
Well, that makes sense because the guy in the movie is British, and he kept calling it Thomas the Tank Engine, which was weird because I always knew it as Thomas the Train. But anyways, he has these little sticker book, and he would like label characters from Thomas the Tank Engine. So when you brought it up, I assumed you were going to talk about the movie because I just watched it a week ago. And
I went down a whole different rabbit hole.
Weird. Isn't that weird though? Like I haven't heard the title Thomas the Tank Engine in probably 25 years.
Yeah, because I think our kids were too old for Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Well, me and my kids send it back and forth, but it's always just Thomas memes.
Yeah, we never really did a lot of Thomas. And then I literally hear it twice in the span of 10 days. It's really bizarre. So I don't know.
So originally, Thomas the Tank Engine, in case you guys didn't want a history lesson today, you're getting one anyway. Thomas the Tank Engine was written by Wilbert Awdry, who was a British clergyman during World War II.
Okay.
So there's all these conspiracy theories going around online right now about how it's actually a metaphor or depiction of an authoritarian state. Reading through it, there's all these, like, I'll put the link to the stupid article. I don't even know why I'm advertising this. I'll put it in the description of the video.
All right.
But it was going down the list. The characters are all disciplined with like public humiliation. Like one guy, Smudgy or Smudger or something like that, didn't want to pull his loads anymore. Mm-hmm. So they literally took his wheels off and turned him into a generator. Mm-hmm. So the Sir Topham Hatt, the fat conductor guy, they're saying he was portraying a dictator and that he was the authoritarian state. So the trains tried to strike, right? There was 3 trains that tried to hold a strike in one episode. Mm-hmm. Instead of discussing their demands with them, he literally built a wall in front of them, took them off their tracks, built a wall in front of them, and hired scab trains to do their job for them.
Yeah, that seems pretty deep for a little kid's train show.
The next one that I saw, they are anti-immigrant. Because there was one episode where there was an Asian train, Hero. It's called like a Hero Helps or Heroes Here to Help or something like that.
I think I actually know what you're talking about.
And like apparently they just completely shit on Hero the whole episode and made him feel like he was inferior to all the other trains.
Oh, God.
Even though he was just trying to help. And sexist. Because there were only 2 or 3 female characters. Mm-hmm. None of them were actual engines. They were all coaches or some other train car attached to, and they were all about being vain and useless and having to be pulled along by their men. I'll tell you, this went way deeper than I ever wanted it to go. I learned more today about Thomas the Tank Engine than I ever wanted to.
Do you feel like now you have to watch it? Like you need to go watch it and or are you not willing to put in that work either?
See, so originally there were books So
Okay.
it was originally books, and I definitely do not have the attention span to read a book.
Okay. So we
I'm
have to
very
watch
much like anti-reading. I will listen to audiobooks, but I can't like read a book.
it. Why?
So I feel like, okay, so last time we talked a little bit, like you think I've got ADHD, right?
I know you do, but
Okay.
yes, I don't think you do. I know you do.
If I'm listening to a book, I can do other things. If I am reading a book,
purpose of
I
a
have to
book.
sit down. Like I can't run and read a book, but I can run and listen to a book.
Or you could just sit and read a book. Your activity would be reading the book. That would be the
Sitting,
activity.
that's not an activity.
It is
Sorry,
an activity.
sir. You ever seen the little the meme, the guy that's walking through the library with a megaphone just says, "Go to the gym."
No. No. I like books. I wish I had more time to read.
I like, even going through school, like I never cared about like sitting down to read a book.
Literature.
There have been a lot of, I've read books.
Yeah.
I don't like the act of sitting down to read a book.
Well, the whole point is so you can like go there in your mind to the whatever the book is describing. You can get yourself there mentally.
And I don't think there's a lot of books, like I don't know if my imagination's broken, but I don't feel like there's a lot of books that actually like capture my imagination.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're too ADD to let yourself go into the story. Like you start to go into the story, and then you like hear a noise behind you, and then you're out, and then you can't be in the story.
I get a pop up on my screen. And
Yeah.
I go, oh, Thomas the Tank Engine's a Nazi.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly. And you spend 7 hours looking into that instead of reading a book. Yeah, I don't know.
I read the article about Thomas being a authoritarian dictator
Did you
today.
feel like you were on the train tracks with them? Did you feel
Honestly,
like you were there?
yeah, I felt like I was there, like on the tracks headed to Auschwitz with them.
Oh God. Ugh. I feel like I mean I can see it now that you say it. It's still blowing my mind how much that movie talked about Thomas the Tank Engine, and then now you're talking about it. Yeah, it's
Weird how
definitely
things
watched
come
movie.
back around in circles.
I know it is very weird.
So I think you actually put in a little bit of effort this week and had actually had some topics for me.
I did. Yeah, there were two things. I'm going to start with the one that I think you're going to be the most passionate about, which is because I have a lot of conversations with my husband about things, and like it's just funny to me to hear like the male perspective on things that we as women think or that you like. Like we think that you like makeup and when we do our hair and like when we wear tight clothes, and come to find out like you don't, and you don't care at all. So I don't know if it's just my husband. I don't think it is though. I think it's pretty much everybody, but my husband hates, like with a passion, like high-waisted pants, especially jeans, like the whole mom jean, hates it. Now, I do wear them sometimes because it's easier to like just pull everything up so then nothing's like cutting right in like your fattest part of your body. But I also don't love the way they look, but they're easy. It's kind of like a cheat. Like you're just like, whoop, and pull it up. But
I
he
feel like
hates
they
them.
might be the worst trend to ever make it back around.
Why do y'all hate them so much? What is it? Is it because they're unflattering? Is it because...
I don't think they're flattering at all. Like I don't.
Yeah.
And again, this may just be me and Patrick because we're very similar.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the high-waisted mom jeans thing is flattering at all. Like I don't think it accentuates the female body the way that women think it does.
So let me ask you, because I'm interested to
So
see.
you guys look at yourselves in the mirror from the front and the side, right?
Pretty much every way. We analyze ourselves in the mirror.
All right, but so
to a
when you turn
disgusting
around
degree.
in the mirror, you kind of have to twist to see, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so what that does is that tightens up that piece of fabric on the back of those jeans.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when you're not doing it, all we see is a target for like spitballs and pieces of paper. Like we can throw things in there. There's this little gap at the back that's very easy for us to like fill with marbles, Tootsie Rolls, whatever we can throw at you to get in there.
Oh, God. All right. Well, that's not why I thought you hated them, but that does make sense, I guess.
I just see everything as a giant arcade game.
So so going back to jeans. So you don't like the high-waisted jeans. What do you think is the most, or the best option for women when it comes to jeans, like skinny jeans, flare leg jeans, straight leg jeans.
All right, we'll go back to the millennial thing, right? So when I was a teen, it's one of those imprint things,
I know
right?
It's gonna be. I know what it's gonna be.
All right, let's hear your guess before we go anywhere else.
You're gonna like the flared leg, like low rise flare leg.
Low
jeans.
rise flare leg jeans.
But you know what's weird is every man that I've ever asked, regardless of their age, that's their answer.
Yeah.
So why don't we just wear? Well, I know I hate low rise because when you've had kids and like you have like a kid fat little thing, when you wear low rise, it just like hangs over the pants. So for those of us that aren't skinny, we have to like.
Well, that's why they're called mom jeans, and I think it's okay for moms to wear them, but don't expect to be going out and like being your sexiest person in the high waist mom jeans. They're called mom jeans for a reason.
I mean, they make higher waisted flare leg jeans, which is what I like to wear, but they're not the low rise. We can't do low rise.
Okay, so I think for guys it comes down to like a primordial thing, right? So high waist, that's more fabric.
Okay.
That's more crap we've got to get off.
I guess.
Like we're all about efficiency, right? That in work, home, everything, we're all about efficiency. What's the fastest way to get into a woman's pants? If they're low rise, there's very little drag. Have you ever tried to drag a carpet across another carpet?
No, the absolute worst pants on earth, if you're trying to go for efficiency, are skinny jeans.
Oh, 100%.
Because those, forget it.
I will rip a pair of jeans.
It's the worst.
Well, okay, so all right, I'm gonna take us off in a different direction. That we're still on jeans.
Okay.
I'm not going completely off the rails here.
Okay.
But let's talk about skinny jeans because women have gone back to the high waisted jeans. Mm-hmm. I cannot buy a pair of jeans for me that are not skinny jeans. I grew up with Jinkos, which
we grew up together. I know what you probably wore.
But I didn't have big legs at the time. I squat 495 pounds. I've got decent sized legs. Mm-hmm. Humble brag.
Right.
I didn't say 500. I said 495. I know I'm not there yet. I can't get jeans that will pull up past my calves if I buy them off the rack at Walmart, or I have to go to like Kohl's and get like the chinos and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at because most of the jeans nowadays look like crap anyway.
Well, I will say that only because I have teenage boys, you have a teenage boy, you know, the baggier jeans are coming back. Because, like, I know American Eagle has some, like, of those, like, 90s style. They're still going to be hard for you because your legs are still much larger than, like, the average male or whatever. But I don't think
my giant, beautiful ass.
I don't think there's been a lot of change in, like, the sizing of pants. It's always, like, waist and length. And it's like, okay, but there's a lot of other things between your waist and your feet. Like, for women, it's a nightmare for me. I can't even explain trying to buy jeans as a woman.
Trust me, I've gone with my wife to try to buy jeans. I do not understand y'all's numbering system whatsoever.
Well, and it totally depends on
How do you have one number?
Well, yeah, exactly. You have one number. And every woman is supposedly, like, 5'9", apparently, because I'm 5'4", and I have, like, 2 feet worth of fabric at the end of my jeans. So it's awful. It's an awful.
We should write a letter.
I don't even know who to though. Like
Congress.
I don't know. No one cares. But that's why a lot of women just wear skinny jeans because we can roll those bad boys up. We can get the size that fits us in our legs and butts, and then they're 2 feet too long, but we just roll them up. That's why they're always rolled because they're too long. Or we can wear.
Is that the reason? Like.
That's why I do.
I would never know.
But I can't roll up like flare legs. Then I have to get like platform shoes so that I can wear flare legs.
Well, that was the late 90s, early 2000s. You just walked on them until they fit.
Yeah, I mean, I did that too. But we always wear, like, that's why we wear leggings. Because it's like.
As a man, we're not mad at leggings.
I get mixed reviews on leggings, though. Some guys are.
Okay. Not every woman is built for leggings.
I don't think that's the case. I think that there's a big difference in quality of leggings.
Oh, I would agree with that.
So anybody can wear good quality leggings. Not anybody can wear poor quality leggings. Believe me, I know. So it's not that anybody can wear, the biggest girl out there can wear leggings, but they need to be a little bit higher quality. And I speak from experience, so I'm not saying like big girls can't wear leggings, because I'm a big girl and I wear leggings.
Are we talking like the TikTok leggings?
I've never tried those. I'm not going to try those, but I just mean like you need them thicker, and you need them with a little more support. You can't just get like the Walmart leggings, because they don't have support, they don't have any structure, and it just doesn't do well for the body.
I told you the legging story about the Spartan race, didn't I?
I don't think so.
I wasn't wearing leggings, but so Spartan race, anybody that doesn't know, obstacle course racing, you've got obstacles running. There's always a barbed wire crawl. Always.
Not doing it.
So apparently there's a lot of women that don't wear underwear with leggings. And some women wear leggings that are too tight. So when we were going through the barbed wire crawl, this one might have been one of the longer ones. I think it was Asheville, long barbed wire crawl. If you don't get low enough, you're going to get hit with a piece of, like, it's legit barbed wire. You're going to get scratched and cut. Well, you can only stretch fabric so much. You've seen a water balloon, right? So imagine you're crawling through barbed wire, and all of a sudden, one pin just, boop, and everything just poof, opens up like a water balloon.
Oh.
And you're on all fours with nothing under it.
Yeah, that would be so humiliating.
And nowhere to go. There's hundreds of people behind you, and there's nowhere to go. Good on her, though. She finished the race.
I would just roll
with her
over,
ass hanging out.
I would just rolled over and got the mud and stuff on my butt, so at least it's like covered in something, you know.
Oh, did she? She did not care. Just finish the race.
I would not do that. I would be done. That would definitely be my cue that I'm done and I'm
right,
not
I'm
meant
out.
for this. Yeah. Say less. I'm done. Yeah. I don't know. I like leggings. I try not to wear them all the time because, I don't know, I feel like it's like a cheat. And so I force myself to wear jeans all the time.
If I could get away with wearing leggings, I would just wear leggings.
I don't know.
I feel like guys can't just get away with wearing leggings.
No, but you guys can wear sweatpants. I mean, it's kind of the equivalent.
No.
Why?
We can't just wear sweatpants everywhere.
Pretty much anywhere that we can wear leggings, you can wear sweatpants. You
I
can wear
don't
sweatpants
think
to
that's true,
Walmart.
though.
You can wear sweatpants to Chili's. You can wear sweatpants.
Is that
They have
that acceptable?
Well, they have nice sweatpants now too, like nicer quality sweatpants.
I don't feel that I would wear sweatpants like out in public.
To Chili's, you wouldn't wear sweatpants to Chili's?
No, like I'll wear like a decent pair of joggers or something. But there's a difference between joggers and sweatpants. Like you're talking like gray sweatpants, like.
But they could be like a higher quality sweatpant. Like, you know, they look nicer. A lot of people wear them. They look really nice, especially if it's like has like a matching hoodie or a matching, like zip up jacket. You know, like a little suit.
So like we're bringing back tracksuits.
Oh, I love a tracksuit.
Like the Adidas, like Jonathan Davis corn tracksuit.
Be like a regular thing for men to wear tracksuits, not to like fancy places, but like Chili's or
like all the kids nowadays think that like Ye was like the big thing for Adidas with Yeezys. Mm-hmm. No, Jonathan Davis did more for Adidas than anybody ever.
Who's Jonathan Davis?
The lead singer of Korn.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a big Korn fan, so I know I can see him now that you say it, and I can see the little
like the Korn.
Yeah, the little
like they even
thing.
had like the shirt, the Korn shirts that were Adidas.
Yeah. I still see those, the ones that got the corn across the, Yeah, I wasn't a big Korn fan. Our music, we can't talk about music because it's just going to be a fight and I don't want to fight.
No, we can talk about music.
No, I don't think we should talk about music.
I think, as a matter of fact, I think that's my next topic. I saw a video today of an amateur wrestler that was dressed up like Michael Jackson and he literally moonwalked a guy into a suplex.
Well, that's good. He was honoring him.
At least he's good at something. Because Michael Jackson sucks as a singer and songwriter.
He does not. And I can guarantee you that if we have 5 people that listen to this, at least 4 of them will disagree with you. I bet. if not all 5, at least 4 of them will disagree with you. You are in the minority. Everyone loves Michael Jackson. I don't care.
Do we want to put money on this?
Sure.
I'd do $100.
I don't know about 100. I was thinking maybe like 20.
Okay, $20.
$20.
All right, if we get 5 comments that say Michael Jackson was a good singer.
No, that they like Michael Jackson.
Okay, that they like Michael Jackson.
That they don't think he was crap.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 5, that's all we have to get?
Yeah.
Can people comment? I don't even know how.
Yeah, you can comment on YouTube videos.
Okay.
Because we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on all of them.
Okay. Well, I love him. So I don't want any negativity. You can read them.
Oh,
I'm not reading them.
I want all the negativity.
I'm not going to
Give
do
me
it.
all the garbage on Michael Jackson.
I don't care. I'm not going to listen to it. I don't care. You can tell me anything. It's not going to make me love him any less. It's just not. It is what it is. I love him.
All right. So what was next on your list? I like this Mary list.
Well, kind of on the same topic with the high-waisted jeans. So I don't know why, I always think about if, like, my husband dies, what would I do? Like, how would I, because, like, I'm young.
How often are you picturing him dying?
No. I just think about, like.
Patrick, I got your back.
No, he knows. I talked to him about it. But you and I both got married really young. I didn't really date a lot. I had a high school boyfriend. I was single for like 8 months, and then I got engaged and got married.
Yeah.
So I didn't date. And I definitely didn't date like how people date now with all the apps and
the random hookups.
If I had to date right now, if I had to be single right now, I don't know what I would do because I don't know how to do any of it. I definitely wouldn't be comfortable like talking to someone that I never met. I don't know. I just wouldn't be able to do it. But the main thing I wouldn't be able to do is like how these women look now for dates, like with their makeup and all the contouring and the eyelashes I never learned how to do regular makeup. Like in middle school, I never learned how to like put on foundation or like, obviously I don't know how to do makeup. I never have. And now it's elevated to like freaking professional level makeup artist.
You've seen the TikTok ones, right?
Yeah.
The complete scam artists on TikTok.
But I appreciate what they do because it's like truly a skill. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to know how to do it because I can't imagine the look on a dude's face if he knew me as one way and then I take it all off and he's just like horrified. Like, what do you do? Like,
you're 4 dates in. So like tonight's the night. You're face down in the pillow. All of a sudden you pick your head up and it's just smeared off. You look like Freddy Krueger.
Like, what would you do if like...
What would I do?
Yeah.
I would throw her out a window. What happened? Your face melted.
But you have to know going into it that that's not real, right? Like that they just understand. I don't know because I'm not in this world. I don't know.
Like some of it looks so real, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable what they can do
at least it's on camera. Like I don't know that I've actually seen one of these people face to face. You know what I mean? But how would I know? Maybe they're that good. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks...
Maybe the 18-year-old girl that made my coffee earlier is actually a 45-year-old woman.
No, I don't think so. Not there. I think I know who you're talking about. She's super pretty, just normally. And that's another thing, too. The whole thing, like contouring makeup, eyelashes, lip filler, Botox, all of it, I just don't believe that it's really for men.
So... Well, I agree there. Like, I don't think it's for men. I think it, but again, men do the same thing. Like, we shave our chest, shave our back, go to the barber, get our beard and hair done. Like, if it makes you feel better, cool, 100%. I think the makeup thing might be taking it to a different level though, because I think that's like that's advertising a temporary product. Like if you go and, let's say a young woman wants to go and get, breast augmentation. She's got A cups and she feels like she would feel better if she had a C cup.
Right.
I don't see an issue with that. Right? Like that if that makes her feel better, and I'm all about making people feel better about themselves, right?
Yeah.
That's one reason we open the gym, we help people get fit and all that stuff. Like if it makes you feel better, more power to you. I don't think the makeup thing like that's I don't know. Like, I'm kind of on the fence with that.
Do you feel like that it's making them feel like their natural face isn't good enough?
I really do.
Yeah.
I think that what it's doing is it's really diminishing a lot of the young girls. Here we go, getting serious again on the back half. I feel like it's making a lot of the young girls like really doubt. I've got a daughter. You've got all boys.
I have all boys.
I've got a daughter. She's about to turn 18, and we've gone through that talk about don't believe everything that's on the internet.
Right.
Like your worth on social media is not your actual worth, and that's not what you need to base your self-esteem on.
Yeah.
And it really is hard for these girls that they're on Instagram all day. I mean, Steven's daughter. Going through some of that stuff, she's on TikTok all day long, seeing these girls with the makeup and the dancing and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And teenagers are at a very vulnerable age where that imprint lasts, right? Just like me with the Jinko jeans. I think I should always be wearing Jinko jeans. Some of these girls,
if you want to, but
I don't know. I feel like it's a safety hazard.
you're gonna trip down the stairs.
Oh, I was like deep into the Jinko where I had like the 30-inch bottom jeans.
Oh my
like
God,
I could fit a skateboard in my back pocket.
I can't. But yeah, I don't know with the makeup thing. It makes me feel stupid because I don't know how to do it. And so when I do go out with girls, like a girls' night, I automatically feel 80 years old because I don't look. I look old because I don't know how to look younger. So this is what I look like. And so I feel old. And then, it's just such a drastic difference. It's like, this is just my face without anything on it. This is it. And then you have like this perfectly, like, beautifully made up face sitting right next to you. It's just like,
see, but I feel like guys can see through that though. Like I feel like I could see through that. I don't. If I walk up to a girl and like she's got a flake falling off of her forehead, like I feel like
they do a better job than that. That they look so good, and I don't know. I guess I know that they're not doing it for men because I know men don't care. So I know they're doing it they're probably doing it for other women because typically everything we do.
So I heard a story, not to cut you off, but I heard a story about similar thing with guys. Like, we work out and we do bodybuilding and put on all this muscle. Women don't really care about it. Is that true?
I don't think so. I think that most women.
Like what I hear is that guys only want a 6-pack to show off to other guys.
No, girls. I don't know. Girls are kind of shallow when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So my wife has been lying to me. She thinks my dad bod.
We don't mind a dad bod, but we like to see that you're strong, that you're physically, that you could like take somebody out if we need you to, like if you can protect us and you can.
I feel like even a fat guy could like hold somebody down and lay on them.
Not if he's out of breath and he can't catch them. You know what I mean? Like they don't necessarily. My husband's not built, but he's like wiry. Like he's like, I know he could take somebody.
I feel
down.
like he's very slippery. Like he would just slip and slide.
Yeah, he would, and he's fast, so he's definitely going to catch you. And then I don't know what he's going to do after that, but he's not. I think women just want. We do appreciate a body. It doesn't have to be perfect because we like a wide variety of bodies. We like, thinner guys that have like more of that kind of. I'm trying to think of a celebrity that has that physique, that like kind of slim. I can't think of anybody.
Like a Tom Holland or something like that?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, kind of like that. That kind of thin.
I can't believe you just made me say that online.
I wasn't going to say it. But his kind of thin but built. He's really built later, but earlier he wasn't super built.
Yeah.
And then like we also like the kind of dad bod, like the Chris Pratt. Again, when he was in
So are we
Community.
basing all women's fantasies off of Marvel characters now?
I didn't even mean to do it. I was thinking about, when he was in Community and he was like kind of like, not Community, he was in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec.
And he was kind of like,
yeah.
And of course now he's like ripped. But before he was doing Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff, he was just like kind of a normal, but you could tell he could like hold his own if he needed to. We like a wide variety. We don't.
See, and I think that goes the other way too. Like, I think women constantly try to make themselves up a certain way, not realizing that guys don't really care. Like, I think they are doing it for themselves or to try to impress other women. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some guys out there that they care, but I think that's just like anything. Like, you're going to have those outliers that they will only go one direction, whereas, like,
But I feel like men do have more of a type, though. Like, not that it's all the same, but like, whereas women, we might date somebody skinny, we might date somebody fat, we might date somebody short, might date somebody tall. But I feel like men kind of stick to a. Is that true, or is that just how we feel?
I know. So a lot of the men that I talk with don't really have. I mean, they have a preference, right? So they may have a preference, but our type is more based on personality, right? We want a complementary personality. Early on, when I got married, I was super young, but came from a bad household, super angry all the time. Angie is, complete 180 from that. Came from a good house, bubbly, nice, all that kind of stuff. And we were a very good yin and yang. Mm-hmm. And now as she gets older, she's getting a little bit more grumpy. But I think, we all change a little bit with age. But it's still a very good complementary personality. I think you and Patrick are very complementary. Like,
absolutely.
It's a yin and yang is a real thing. Like, it's not. I don't think everybody just sticks to one path. And as people grow and change, their type or complementary personality may change.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I don't know. That could lead us into another topic, but I don't know if you want to get into it.
Go ahead.
It's not on my list, but it is one of my like pet peeve type thing. Not even a pet peeve, just something I think is outrageous. So, when's the last time you had to be a part of a wedding? Do you remember? Have you been a part of any weddings?
Yeah, I think the last one that I was actually a part of might have been the most fun wedding I've ever been to.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Okay, well that's a rare. That's not a normal situation.
It definitely was not normal.
But that was a fun one for you. So what my thing is I feel like it's gone. It's out of control. Like
it's way out of control.
It's unbelievable. Like now, so we've been in so many weddings and crap over the last probably 5 years. They get engaged, which is like this huge, ridiculous thing. Then they expect an engagement party, which I had never heard of until.
Is that a thing now?
It's just stupid. Another reason to spend money and give gifts that people don't need because they've been living together for who knows how long.
Living in sin.
Then you still have your showers, like your bridal showers and stuff. And now, instead of like a bachelor weekend or bachelorette weekend, they have like destination trips out of the country for a bachelorette party where they want you to spend like thousands of dollars to fly to Mexico and then you have all of the regular wedding expenses that you would have if you're, part of a wedding, buying your dress and paying for your hair and your makeup and all that kind of stuff. It's gone crazy. I don't know what is happening. I don't know why.
I think all of that stuff has gone crazy though. Like you've got gender reveal parties now. Like that wasn't even a thing 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's insane. All of it is crazy. But what bothers me the most about weddings, and I don't know because I haven't looked at any statistics. So you need to tell me. But I have a feeling the divorce rate is just going up, and yet I also have a feeling that the cost of weddings is going up. So I don't understand why we're not like changing something, or why are we still spending like $100,000 on a wedding and you only have like a 40% chance of making it.
I typed in current div and it was like the fourth one down, current divorce rates.
Yeah.
They're actually at a 50-year low.
Well, maybe that's the trick.
Maybe spending more money.
Yeah, you invest your life savings so you're less likely to get divorced because you've already put.
Yeah, so it's down to 14.9%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe they had to make it so expensive so they're like pot committed, literally pot committed at this point. Yeah. They're like, well,
we're so broke. We
spent $300,000 on our wedding. I guess we have to stay together forever now. Maybe that was the trick.
Hey, whatever works.
Well, I'm sick of it. I don't want to be in any more weddings. I'm going to tell anybody. None of my friends listen to this, but if they did, if you
I'm
get
talking
divorced,
about you, Sandra.
If you get divorced, I'm not doing it again. So, no.
Okay, so what's the protocol on this? All right, so if somebody gets married, gets divorced, and is getting married again, Do you have to do all that crap again?
I mean, it's up to them if they ask you to.
But what kind of an asshole's going to ask you to do all that again? It was their fault. They lost their first
Plenty of
one.
assholes will ask you to do it again. Oh, yes.
It's like, sorry, you didn't work out the first time. Why is this on me?
Here's what kills me. We had some people, I'm not going to say who, that got married. They had both been married previously. They got married together in their 60s, okay? Both of these people are in their 60s getting married. No problem. You want to have a wedding. That's fine. It's cute. A little dumb, but whatever if you want to do it. They wanted the full thing.
Well, your stance on, like, full weddings is a little bit different than most people's anyway. I don't think either of us are, like, hopeless romantics.
No, I think go to the courthouse, have a nice dinner. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
But and they wanted to do, like, the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, all of this. Remember, they're in their 60s, okay, and they've already been married before.
But that wedding night was a blast.
What sent me over the edge is they had a registry. Please tell me how you are 60 years old and you still don't have pots and pans, freaking plates and cups. Like, what the actual... I lost it. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life. What 60-year-old needs home goods, which is what a registry's for, is to, like, set up your home. You don't still have your
Tupperware containers from the 1980s?
And not only...
Those were the good Tupperware containers.
Are they both 60? They both had their own homes. So you have double the amount of shit that most people have, and you have a freaking registry.
Well, if they were both divorced before, they only had 25% of the stuff.
But they had been divorced for a long time. Plenty of time to reaccumulate their stuff. Oh, I lost it. I was like, this is... and I refused to go to the wedding because of that. Because of the registry, it sent me over the edge, and I wouldn't
See, I feel like there should be, like, divorce showers. Because if you're losing half of your stuff, you should be able to recoup that through your friends.
That's very true.
I mean, that to me would make more sense than having a second wedding shower.
Yeah. Yeah, because you lose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if now I've got to split up. Like, I've only got 12 plates total. Now I'm down to 6.
I don't know that.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
That they divide that detailed in a divorce. I don't know. I would.
Sure?
Oh, I would mark every single thing in the house that I paid for.
I feel like you're one of the ones that, like, I would tape a line down the house and cut it in half.
It wouldn't even be half. It would literally be anything that because we have separate money. So anything that I paid for.
We're going to talk about this on a future podcast too. This whole separate bank account thing. I've had a discussion with like 4 people today about it, and everybody has a different method of doing it.
I like our method, and it's not probably the most common.
We're going to save this topic for a future one because I have a feeling we could go down that one for like 30 minutes on its own.
Probably, yeah.
Because again, the people that I've talked to, like it's everybody does it a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm simple. Like we got one accountant, like she just handles everything. Mm-hmm. She could be robbing me blind, and I don't even know.
Yeah, no.
I don't care. As long as I've got money for my coffee, I'm good.
Yeah, no. No, it's all separate.
So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and tell the story about the last wedding that I was in.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's a good one.
This might have been the most fun that we ever had at a wedding. We is a good friend of mine that she had worked with me for years, and we got to be really good friends outside of work. She finally decided to settle down with her fiance and invited us to their wedding. Well, they were having kind of a destination wedding, but it was, up in Blue Ridge or Dahlonega, Georgia. So they were like, okay, we're getting a cabin. Everybody, just pay for your own room in the cabin. It was a big like party cabin. Mm-hmm. Like we get there and our room is 2 stories. It's got a jacuzzi in the room. Like, nice. I'm like, damn, like we look like this is going to be the best weekend ever. Mm-hmm. So we go out to, we were there, I think a day early or something. And they were having a little get together that night. Turns out we were not only the only straight couple there, also the only white people there.
Nice.
At my black lesbian helpers party. Mm-hmm. And it was the most fun. I don't think I've ever been danced on as much in my entire life. Pocket beers was a thing. Literally, Mel, whose wedding we were at, she had a person, and their responsibility was to make sure that Mel always had an extra beer in her back pocket. So Mel would pull out one, pop it open, and slide the next one in. I'm like, man, this is awesome. So the next day, at the rehearsal, We're standing up there at the altar, and they're going through all the movements and everything, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so is going to walk down the aisles, blah, blah, blah. And they go, and at this time, we're going to pause for the interpretive dance mime. I didn't know if that was just a thing that straight white people don't do, or if that was like, maybe that's just a thing that only Mel and Stephanie do. But we didn't actually get to see the interpretive dance mime at the time. So this was still going to be a surprise on the wedding day for all of us.
Okay.
So come wedding day, we're standing up there, and everybody walks down the aisle. The music starts playing, and this literal mime, black and white
like
shirt,
face
black and white face paint, starts doing interpretive dance down the aisle, throwing flowers in the air.
Nice.
And I'm like, jaw on the floor. Like, I know everybody was looking at the mime, but I felt like everybody was looking at me staring at the mime.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing I've ever been a part of, but probably also the most fun.
Yeah.
So Mel shows up. Her tuxedo is a crushed blue velvet jacket.
Nice.
Like, dude, they put it on. It was awesome. But yeah, probably the most fun wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. I've been to some fun weddings. I don't hate all weddings. I've been to some really great weddings. We've had some friends with some really great weddings. But I don't know. I just feel like it's getting out of control with the extra stuff. It's just insane.
I feel like everybody talks about how broke everybody is, but we're going to throw 4 gender reveal parties for your same baby. Like,
and
we don't care.
The whole gender reveal thing, it's like, just say it. But you know what makes me mad? Is I actually want to know. Like, that's what makes me so mad. Is like when I watch those stupid videos, and I'm like, why am I watching that? I don't even know these people. Why am I watching this?
Why do I care what's going to pop out of you?
But I was going to say, that brings me back to my favorite toy as a child, the Puppy Surprise, my favorite toy on earth, best toy ever made. But it was kind of the same thing. Like, I just wanted.
This is going to be a disturbing conversation.
No, it's not. Everyone knows what a Puppy Surprise. If you're a girl born probably from 85 probably to 95.
I'll let you give your description, and then I'll give my description.
So Puppy Surprise, they had Puppy Surprise, they had Kitty Surprise, Horsey Surprise, all kinds of surprises. But it's an animal, a stuffed animal, and the belly is Velcro, and you open the belly and you pull out the babies. And you never knew how many babies you were going to get. So part of the surprise is how many, because you could get I think it was 2, 3, or 4.
Did you ever have gender reveal parties for your puppy surprise?
I didn't, because it wasn't a thing. But so you knew their gender because they had a bow, and they had a pink bow for girls, a blue bow for boys. So it was super exciting because, one, you couldn't wait to see how many you got. You couldn't wait to see the gender of what you got. And they usually look different. So like my original one that I wish I would have kept it. I'm so upset that I lost that, or I gave it away or sold it at a yard sale. It was a dog, and it was like a brown and black and white dog. So the puppies were all different. One of them was like solid white. One of them was like brown, black, and white. One of them was like just brown and black. And then I think the other one was just brown. So it was like super exciting because you never knew what you were going to get. Still my favorite toy. I've been asking for one for Christmas for a decade. Still have not gotten one.
Santa hasn't brought you one yet?
I have bought 3 myself. The problem is, for some reason now, I can't find Puppy Surprise. I find Unicorn Surprise, Llama Surprise, which is the one I have currently. And there's like other weird surprises, but I just want like the regular Puppy Surprise that looks like a dog.
Do they have like a people surprise?
No, but that one wouldn't be as fun. Because... One, they don't have
this is
multiples.
literally a stuffed animal. You rip it open.
It's Velcro.
And scoop out its tiny offspring.
Yeah, they're ready to be born, yeah.
But they're not ready to be born because you basically just gave this dog a C-section.
That's all right. I had 3 of them. I'm fine. It's fine. She recovers. You just Velcro it back together. And then when you don't want to lose the puppies, the babies, like... You
just shove them back in?
I shove them back in because I shared a room. I shared a room with my older sister for like half of it. And then when she moved to the basement, they finished the basement, I shared a room with my little sister. So I shared a room for most of my life.
Did you ever play like mix up? You put like the llama surprise inside the puppy surprise?
No, I never. Now, llama surprise is new. That's what I currently have. But the original, like back when I was a kid, puppy
Did you
surprise.
ever put like cats inside of your dog? And
No, I never got a kitty surprise. But my best friend growing up, my best friend Candace.
Did you ever play this with real animals though?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh God! Oh whoa!
No, but that does remind me of a story.
Good.
My boys, we lived with my parents for a little while when we first moved back from Columbus, and my boys were little, and I think they were like 3 and 4. Did you find one? See how expensive they are? Is that like on eBay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. Anyways.
You got my wife looking for them off camera? What in the hell?
I'm sorry. All right. So we were at my parents' house. My parents live in the country. They used to, their old house. My boys were little. I think they were like 3 and 4 or somewhere around that age. So they came running in screaming they found a snake. So we were like, good snake or bad snake? And they're like, I think it's a bad snake. Because we had taught them about like black snakes versus brown snakes and trying to.
Because Patrick's an Eagle Scout.
My husband's an Eagle Scout, and mainly we just wanted him to know what a copperhead was, because honestly, that's our biggest threat down here is a copperhead. And sure enough, it was a copperhead. So Patrick went out and killed it, and when he, he cut its head off or whatever with a shovel. Well, then I guess the
You're
first time.
You're going to get us canceled by PETA. You're supposed to rescue the copperheads.
Well, it was, they're really going to hate this. It gets worse.
Oh, good.
When he first hit it, he missed the head and hit it kind of on his body, and then he hit the head and cut the head off. So once we moved the head away, the kids were playing with the body of the snake. Well, I noticed where he had hit the body, there was something like in there. It just looked kind of weird, this thing like kind of hanging out. And I was like, what is that? So I got down there and like dug a little bit and pulled out. It was like a sack with a baby in it. I was literally 20-something years old when I learned that not all snakes lay eggs.
Wait, I'm 36. Do not all snakes lay eggs?
No, they don't. They give live birth. Copperheads give live birth.
Really?
And it was literally like a little sack, like an amniotic sack with a little baby snake in it. And so then I cut the rest of her stomach open because I wanted to see, and there were tons of them.
So you had snake surprise.
It was a real life snake surprise, but they were all dead. So, my puppy surprise weren't alive either.
Thankfully.
Oh God! But it was the craziest thing because I never knew that.
I'm just now learning of this.
I mean, I didn't really research it, but that's what it was. So I'm assuming
you didn't read this in one of your books.
No, I probably should fact check that before I say it that they have live birth, but I'm pretty sure they do because it was like a full.
Uh-oh. Did you poke yourself in the eye?
No, my eyelashes. My real eyelashes are like...
Oh, this is not one of your extensions?
No, going in my eye. But anyways, yeah, it looked just like a little amniotic, like, sack. It was crazy. So I guess it was kind of like a real life
snake
copperhead surprise.
Nice. Well, yeah, we're right at an hour in.
That's good.
See?
That was fast.
Was it good?
I was much more comfortable this time.
Good.
I like having Angie here. I feel like that helps me.
So she can do all your research off screen?
Was that right? Did you research that live birth part? It was. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure. I was like, it has to be. I saw it for myself.
Oh, so now we have a show producer, everybody.
What is in my eye?
All right, cool. We're out.